Hello, WCW, and welcome to your Week 4 recap. With me on this Easter special recap, True Blue, how's it going? How's your Easter?
That's good. I've been drinking, so I told everyone that's what I do on holidays.
That's a good start. All right. Well, happy Easter to you, and hope you're enjoying yourself. Just coming off of a WCW clan win, so that's good stuff.
Yeah, much better than my clan game. Let's not talk about that one.
No, we won't talk about that one. We're hitting all high notes. Oh, crap. Hang on. I just realized, and I'm leaving it in, but we're cutting this Rebel logo off and popping this WCW logo on. Boom. There it is. All right. Anything at the top of the show to talk about before we jump right into the Weiss recap?
No, not a lot. I just have some ideas that I have rolling around. I guess maybe it's just like, tell me if you guys like it or not. Like when we make divisions, like just because I was thinking about accolades in Valkyrie's chat the other day. So when we make divisions, like what would you think if we did like an overall, like this is what this division's accolades have been in through like WCW and stuff. I thought that would be interesting. But if you guys don't want to see it, I won't do the homework for it, you know?
Okay. Cool. Well, that said, let's dive in and take a look at what happened last week in Weiss. So we've got the leaderboard up here, and we've had a change to the top of the leaderboard. Common Zimmer, number 1 with his Amazon These Girls Are Wild 310.
Yeah, that's what you expect from first season Amazons.
Yeah, they are now the only undefeated team in Weiss, so they are breaking away from the pack slightly on that playoff race.
Undefeated? I see 3 other undefeated teams.
Oh,
well. Not 3 other, 2 other.
Fair enough. They're the highest undefeated team.
Yes.
All right. Second place, slipping a little bit, picking up his first loss. Benfield, 99, in second place with Programming His Life.
Oh, man. I'm always happy to see lizards die. So, Benfield, you may be a cool person, but I like seeing them lose and seeing them die.
No one likes seeing lizards die. Lizards are the best.
Why?
And that said, third place, Kiwi Bird, also in the playoff hunt, 301 with the less than average Joes. Human Squad doing well. Early Humans pretty good.
Humans is that they're really good early because they actually have skills and speed. Mm-hmm. As soon as other teams start to catch up, that's when they start being shitty.
My favorite thing at the in the top half of the leaderboard though, Scambammer, Yup, the stereotypical ball hogs, 220, undefeated, Inducement Kimmery.
Yeah, this has been inducement build that I did not think would work when I initially saw it, but Yup has proven me wrong.
Stab.
And Art, it's the top 3 teams get playoffs. So if the season ended today, it'd be Cam Zimmer, Benfield, and Kiwi Bird.
Yep.
All right,
moving on. Rar, the Fail City Misfits, 211, and Rex Longbow tied up there with his Red Bastards 211, as well as Tater Spyro 211 with the Somewhat Dead and Yet Not.
Yeah, so that's 3 Bash teams, just rounding it out right there. One thing I didn't really notice, but am now noticing more, there's just not a lot of elf teams that are doing anything. Like we had, 3 elf teams?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're on the second page. That's surprising considering the meta overall.
This generation could be the rise of the anti-elf team.
Yeah.
Coming up after that, we've got Puke with Funky Fever. Undefeated with Nurgle. Baby Nurgle undefeated is great. I'm afraid of that TV line there, the 960, so I'm worried something horrible happened to this team. But we'll have to take a look.
He's been trying to recover from losing his Beast of Nurgle this entire time.
Yeah, that's brutal. Keeping it undefeated whenever you miss a big piece like that is really that's an achievement on its own.
Well, Beast of Nurgle isn't necessary for early wins, in my opinion.
It's not, but just being down in TV is not where you want to be. All right. Then we've got Killman, the creature of Finkenstrain, 202, as well as Sathlicious Nightshade with his Snow White's Dirty Secret, also 202.
Yep.
Then we get to our Chaos Brothers, Urson Mundungu, 121, and Bigelow's Bouncing Bears, also 121. Not bad for Kislev at all.
Yeah. Really good for Kislev early.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that you like to see. And then moving on to the second page, this is where you see some surprises. Like, I was not expecting Choleric to be at 112 with Wood Elves.
Yep. Rough start for old Choleric. Fiction as well. The 4 vampire start. He's getting good development. 1250 development. He's getting some pieces going on, but the record 112 not going to be in the running at that rate.
Yeah, so that it's really rough for you to be in consideration. You have to win out at this point, and even that may not be enough.
Yeah, if the people at the top win a game or two, which they probably, more than likely will, it makes it real tough.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have got the Beer Pounders, Malchronos, and RK Blaze, also 112.
Yep. Then Little Bits, Pat Blood, and Kuchin King rounding it out.
Yep. They are in the hunt for the first W, and I'm sure it's coming. 1,200 Dark Elves, they're starting to get in that sweet spot for Dark Elves. Norse 970 is not too bad on TV for they probably still have most of their pieces rocking around there.
I believe they have a Palmer.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken now.
So they're starting to get dangerous, and Kuchin King 1110 on the Dark Elves. They're approaching that same sweet spot for Dark Elves where they start getting a lot of blodge, and that's when they get good.
Oh wow! Looking at this, I'm just doing a little bit early.
All right.
There's not a lot of blodge on that team.
All right. Well, let's take a look at the
Teams real quick.
Are we looking at the teams, or are we looking at the schedule and then teams last?
Last week, yeah. Last week's schedule.
Last week's schedule, we have These Girls Are Wild taking the 1-0 victory over Programming is Life. So those Amazons squeaking out a 1-0 over the Lizards.
Yeah, fun fact, that's actually... There's 2 Amazon versus Lizard games this week in WCW, and Amazon's won both of them.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. 54 blocks, and it looks like AV7 holding up pretty good. I'm wondering how many POWs did we get out of 54 blocks. Let's take a look real quick. Programming
15.
is Life. 15? That's not enough POWs. You need more POWs than that.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, of course, you say that, Mr. Big Luck.
But, yeah, that's kind of the expected result when Amazons are able to hold up. They probably were able to snipe some skinks out of there and do their thing. Ali Babad, the MVP for the stereotypical ball hogs, taking the 1-0 victory over Chorfs.
Yeah, this is Yup just stabbing people left and right.
Yep. How often did stabs happen here? 3 stabs or 6 stabs, 50-50. 50-50 on stabs versus... I'm assuming he was stabbing mostly hobgoblins. So that's probably about right. But I don't know.
I'm just going to say he's stabbing Chorfs and stuff, and so that way it's more impressive.
Oh, that's nonsense if we're stabbing Chorfs.
Yeah.
Yep. But looking at the tell of the tape there, 37% occupation in opponent's half. Yep was being aggressive there on the play. 3 KOs, 3 injuries inflicted. Sounds like the Chorfs just got a little removed on.
Certainly does.
All right.
Next week we got Funky Fever versus Somewhat Dead and Yet Not.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a game where it looks like just the Undead just bullied around the Nurgle, but the Nurgle ended up scoring a touchdown.
Yep, that looks like it. 4 injuries inflicted, 4 KOs inflicted for Somewhat Dead and Yet Not, and despite all the removals, Funky Fever converts and gets the touchdown. Really good 6 SPP on a Mummy, so that's going to be good for Somewhat Dead and Yet Not. Good development happening there.
Yeah, and ooh, that kind of sucks. I'm looking at the dice right now. So there was not a single foul appearance that failed.
Not a single. Wow. So just hitting 18. So we should have had at least 3 failures there, but no, 100% on the foul appearance rolls. That's a cool stat.
Yeah, and yeah, that was the only thing that saved me in my clan game a little bit was the foul appearance rolls.
Yep. All right. Let's take a look at the less than average Joes taking the 1-0 victory over Mountain Vargoth. Looks like... Wow, interesting game here. Mount Vargoth dominating on the blocks, but looks like the less than average Joes just playing the elf team in the matchup.
Yeah, and that's what you can do as humans early. Is you can play the elf team a little bit. I think he was a little bit intimidated just due to the strength 4 beastman.
Yep.
So obviously there's a lot of strength for you to deal with. It's hard to get blocks off.
Yep.
So he just said, all right, I'm just going to outrun you.
Yep, and did so very well. All right. Good job for the less than average Joes. And then we have Power Trip taking a 1-1 draw with Bigelow's Bouncing Bears. Loner stealing the MVP. Hate to see that for the Kislev.
Unless you buy it.
Well, if you buy it, then it's okay, but you still hate to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some good development happening. What do we have for the device?
And early chaos sucks.
Yeah. Leap had a 50% success rate. That is not great for leaping.
No. Jump up worked pretty well. His armor was pretty good. It's just, I think there's just enough leaps that he could get what he was going for.
Yep. Able to contain the baby chaos who are whenever they're young, they're prone to being just marked down and not able to be that maneuverable.
Yeah.
All right. Red Bastards taking the 2-0 over the Canaanites.
Yeah, well, Rex Longbone just obviously diced the shit out of Fiction just because Rex Longbone sucks. He's a wooden spoon recipient.
What's...
I'm always saying that because he's hope that we said nice things about him.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Actually going to the analysis of what we can see. So, Oates, I believe, has gotten every single MVP. No, he's only gotten 3. 3 of the 4 MVPs.
3 of the 4. So Oates is MVP Black Orc and going to level 3 off of it. Good for him.
So he's getting some good development on Vamps.
He's only got 3 MVPs. That means this is also a Black Orc with a Kaz and a touchdown. So nice.
Yeah. Or 2 Kazas and a Vanity Pass, but
maybe 5 Vanity Passes.
Yeah, like how dare we assume that these Black Orcs can grow?
Right.
It's 2019.
Yep. Red Bastards making 5 dodges and making all of them. That's some elfy orcs right there.
Yeah. It kind of sucks for Fiction. He only got 5 SPP from the game.
Yeah, that looks like a rough one. That looks like the orcs were able to pull some BS. Also, Fiction failing 6 out of 18 dodges. So his dodge dice, that's pretty low for Vamps.
Yeah. It just doesn't seem like a fun one.
Yeah, seems pretty rough. All right, Foxtrot Unicorn, Fell City Misfits getting the 2-0 win over Foxtrot Unicorn. Max stealing the MVP. I wonder if he deserved it.
Yeah, sometimes you get those star players that just start it and you just don't even care because they won you the game. So, but fun fact, so Charlie, the Flesh Golem that got the MVP, also got 2 Kaz, and that was the 9 SPP that the Necro got from the game.
Charlie just soaking up all the SPP.
Yeah.
So I believe that does put him as a leveled. That levels him as a Flesh Golem. So that's an important piece of development right there. Also, only 2 points away from the next one.
So that's a huge game of development for him.
Yeah, that's really good to get that development on that Flesh Golem. All right.
Yeah, so that was the big thing with Foxtrot Unicorn is that they had a big bench, but they didn't really have any levels to work with.
Yeah, so that'll help out quite a bit. next up, Beer Pounders versus the Creature of Finkenstrain. Finkenstrain getting the 1-0 victory, and an AV busted Ulf. Takes the MVP in levels. Can you keep an AV7 Ulf?
You could, but it's so bad.
Depends on the level up. Boxcars, maybe you think about it.
Maybe think about it if you don't have the cash right away.
Oof, and that was the only SPP generated by the Beer Pounders that game. That's a rough one.
Yeah, sometimes it's a rough game, and Creature of Frankenstein is undead. Yeah, undead versus Norse is a very heavily undead matchup.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a tough one. For Agi, Mary Sue's finally doing elf things. 2-0 over I Talk Trash but Get Beat. Hope there was some good trash talk going on there.
Yeah.
We get a level on the catcher.
That was some good SPP.
Yeah, that's some great SPP. So we had... What did all that come from?
19.
We had 1 Kaz, and I guess the rest of that is the touchdowns and some passes?
6 Vandy passes.
That is some passing. That's how you level an elf team. You just chuck the ball. Those are good numbers. All right. And finally, see if you can find a boat versus second and third. 1-1 draw between the Norse and the Dark Elves. That's a pretty fair result. Looks like the Norse did their blocking, got some KOs, got some injuries.
I love that you fouled Kuchin King. I enjoy that. Or did he foul you?
I can never tell how those foul rules work.
Let me look at the stats real quick. I need to okay.
Statistics. Does it say?
So KO inflicted and injuries conflicted. Those were all fouls that Cleric threw.
Wow. All right. Cleric stepping on guys.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Getting some good SPP going on there. We had 2 successful passes, so a little bit of vanity passing happening for the second and thirds. That'll get that development that you need. All right. So that's the week. Let's take a look at some teams. Second and third. What do we got here? We've got a bunch of block. And the Witch Elf now has block. That's an excellent piece of development.
Yeah, this is pretty much 11-man roster with not a lot to show for it.
Did it have the third reroll before, or is that a new pickup as well?
I think that's a new pickup. Addition.
Yeah. So we've got we've got some good stuff going on here. We've got a Blodge, Witch Elf. We're starting to pick up some more Blodge. We've got mass block. We've got a guy who just needs a vanity pass to level up and get some stuff going on. I don't know about Willem the second here, the AV busted lineman. I think I'd be tempted to let him go.
I think with him being leveled, you can consider it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's not great. I think he's just trying to stabilize his roster a little bit.
Yeah, you can stay on him for a bit, but all right. Snow White's Dirty Secret, Chorf's at 970. Did something go missing? Yeah, we have some things going missing here. What have we got? We've got an MNG Chorf and a Bull Centaur who is MNG as well. So that's going to be a tough week next week.
I'm just going to say Ali Badad did that.
Ali Babad just stabbing fools. Brutal.
But other than that, the Chorf development looks really good. I think he's doing what you said, where you're going every other.
Yep, Mighty Blow Guard, Mighty Blow Guard. Perfect.
Yeah, obviously skipping for Claw if you get it.
That's right. All right, Funky Fever, Puke's Nurgle crew. We've got block on almost all the warriors now, and we do have a Niggled warrior. Oh,
that's the rough thing, is that sometimes you just have to.
I think you have to deal with it for now. They are AV9 and they are regen, so Niggle is not the worst thing ever.
Yeah, and then you're starting to get enough money where you can buy the third reroll or the Beast of Nurgle.
Mm-hmm.
So you're starting to build your way back up after losing the Beast.
Mighty Blow Pestigore is picking up some steam on SPP, so pretty soon this will be maybe a Palmer, maybe add some block to the roster. I don't know. I wouldn't hate making Funky Town a Palmer first. What do you think?
I'd probably go claw and go the more boring route.
I think piling on gets more casts than claw.
Technically, is better. Yeah, but then you risk your own player more if you're throwing that.
Throw caution to the wind. All right. Foxtrot Unicorn, RK Blaze's Necro team getting up to 1230. So we've got a big bench of guys. And we've got a zombie. What happened to it? It's just MNG'd. Broke his jaw. So Block picked up by the fleshy Charlie that took all the development last week.
Oh, I hope that he just gets another Kaz off of Block, gets guard. Then all of a sudden, your team starts to open up more. Especially now that you have Block on the Flesh Golem, the team starts to open up more as Necro.
And we really need to see Lima and November go ahead and start putting some points on the board as well.
Yes, they need to score touchdowns like yesterday.
They're
just
fast.
Want them to get something.
Yeah, they're fast. Get them out there. All right, the Red Bastards. We've got Oates, who is now block guard. Just standing head and shoulders.
Boring route, Rex.
Yep, block guard
my gosh.
for Oates.
I keep on telling him to just go Mighty Blow for fun.
Look, 3 more games, he's going to get 3 more MVPs, and then he can get Mighty Blow.
Maybe only 2 games.
Yeah, maybe only 2 games. Yeah. 2 games in a Kaz, and he's there, so... Yeah. He needs to share MVPs at some point. Some of these other guys might like him.
Yep, so I think that's a good-looking team overall, though.
Yeah, it is, for sure. Orcs are a little slow to develop. Anything with those roadblock pieces, they just take a while to get there.
Yep.
Alright, these girls are wild. This is a good-looking group of Amazons. That dirty player, though...
You keep it.
Yeah, you do keep it. It's just MNG'd. I was wondering if something else happened to it. The other one's MNG as well. So nothing long term happened to these wild girls. So they're looking great. Tons of blodge.
I'm interested with the strong arm. I think you like the strong arm.
Mm-hmm.
You'd love to get maybe sure hands next, and then you just kind of keep the strong arm, then get accurate as the skill afterwards as your thrower.
Yeah, once strong arm accurate, all of a sudden you can start chucking some long passes.
Yeah, all of a sudden you can start playing a bit of elf ball.
Yeah, and those catchers with the built-in catch, that's a reasonable way to do some stuff with Amazons.
Yep.
All right. Scambammer, stereotypical. The beautiful block throw raw and the... I thought we had a block Tomb Guardian. No, we've got 2 Tomb Guardians, 1 guard, 1 Mighty Blow. Blitz raw. Keeping it trim.
This is what you got to do for Inducement Camry build.
Where's the dirty player? That's what I really am missing here, is the dirty player.
I think the dirty player would be great to have, but you don't want to get SPP on the skeletons if you have a choice.
Fair enough.
Like, you want to stay trim for long enough for you to keep on doing this inducement build.
At some point, he should be able to start getting a little bit more stuff, though, right? I mean, maybe not immediately, but as you start facing 1,300 TV teams, you don't need 500k to stay on your inducement path, right?
No. So, it'll be interesting.
Alright. Somewhat dead, yet not. Movement up mummy. That's a piece.
Yup makes a point. All that dirty player might take Allie's bribes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but the movement up mummy, I think that's what you take on a 6-4. You don't take that on the dub 5, in my opinion.
No, you don't take that on a dub 5. And it's a fair point to take it on a 6-4 because movement 3, if they're knocked down, all they can do is stand up. That gives you that ability to blitz up from the ground or to take that one crucial step to get back into position. So it's not bad.
I like it.
You definitely take block on a double 5, but on a 6-4, it's a good skill for a mummy to have.
Yeah, and if you already had block, I would give that a strong shout as another double 5, like something like that, you know.
I will say it's not what you want to see on a team that hasn't got a lot of other development, because getting those stat ups, while they're nice overall in the long run, they do inflate your team value without providing as much value as some of those other core skills.
Yeah, but it's fine at this point. Like, he's only a Kaz away and a Vandy pass away from getting, well, 2 Kaz to get a Mummy with a level, White with level, Vandy pass with a White, Vandy pass with a Ghoul, touchdown and 2 touchdowns with another Ghoul to get block on his Sure Hands piece. Like, this team is a little bit away from a huge power spike.
Yeah. It just needs a couple of good games with SPP going in the right direction, and it's going to be real nasty real quick.
Yep.
All right. Taking a peek over at the Canaanites, we got Agi 5 Vampire, who I believe was there last week.
Yes.
That's a crazy vampire.
Yeah, overall, your vampires are getting great development. You just need 5 of them.
Yep. We're up to 4 team rerolls now, and got a pretty good sized bench, so just need more vampire development. We need these things to start getting crazy looking.
Yes.
And we also need vamp number 5 now that you got 4 rerolls.
Yes. Yes, we do. All right.
Urs.
Next up on the list. What do you got for us, Urs?
He's got Sure Hands Goat, and we got a Goat that's just pending a level, so we have no idea.
Okay, that's fine. He has been sitting on just Sure Hands for a while. This has been a team that has absolutely no skills besides Sure Hands for the longest time. So as soon as he starts getting the extra development, it'll be great for his team overall.
Yep, absolutely. All right, let's take a look at Mountain Vargoth Mundungu's team. We've got some beat-up goats here. We've got an Agi 2 goat, which is fine. He's line fodder. We got a Movement 5 goat, fine, line fodder. Strength up goat, awesome. And we've got a Block Chaos Warrior who is just 2 points away from that second skill. So another one of these roadblock pieces just eating up all the SPP.
I guess that's the way of the roadblock this season, Weiss.
A little bit. All right.
But yeah, good looking team overall. You like Kerbolden to get blocked next, and you can reasonably get that pretty soon. I'd ball carrier on Kerbolden to level him up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He would be my ball carrier for a good while. Less than average Joe's Kiwi Bird 44. We've got.
He's doing a lot for not having a lot.
Yeah, he's doing very well with this team, and just has a Mighty Blow Blitzer, a Guard Ogre, and a Catcher with Block. So a trim 2 reroll 11-man team. This is a very efficient 11-10 team.
Yes. I would like to see him get a bench. I'd like to see him get a 3rd reroll. I know it's bloaty, but in my opinion, it's just really, really good overall for humans.
Yep. And 2% milk is right on the edge of getting that 16 and picking up tackle or piling on? Guard?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Tackle, probably.
Tackle, yeah. Tackle's a good thing to pick up.
You can consider giving him piling on if one of your other blitzers levels, and you just give him tackle to start off.
All right. See if you can find a boat. Bat Blood's Norse bunch here. We've got a Mighty Blow piling on Berserker, which is pretty awesome, and a Sure Hands lineman.
And the Guard Berserker, I know some people really like them. I like just building 2 killers. That's my personal preference, but
fair enough.
There's different playstyles to Norse.
Yep. I think Guard is just something that you need quite a bit of on those bashy teams, and sometimes you just have to take what you need.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Especially, I think it'll help out, but I would rather be berserkering for kills instead of positioning as Norse. But like I said, there's people that play it different ways.
All right. Well, I talk trash but get beat. Kuchin King's Dark Elves. The linemen are eating up all the SPP. We gotta feed some stuff over.
Boys.
Yeah, this is. You want to get those blodge pieces quick. That's the strength. So we need to see some passes, and maybe some better luck on the MVPs. But we need that Blitzer and Witch Elf, those Blitzers and Witch Elf to pick up some points here.
Yeah, through, 4 weeks, only getting 20 SPP, so an average of 5 a week.
Yeah.
That's rough. That is rough.
Still is on a healthy 11 pieces, though, so that is a positive, positive place to be. All right. 4 Agi Mary Sue's. Choleric, how's this group doing? What happened to the word answer? It is Miss Next Game.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, he just has the worst luck with that piece.
That piece is just taking a beating, but next to him we've got Deus Ex Machina, who is doing really, pretty well. Yeah.
You should dive in my cage, Deus Ex Machina. Yep. I won't movement bust you or anything.
No, never. But we've got Kick, we've got a Wrestle Lineman.
It's starting to look like a good team. Besides that one, Agi 3, or Dancer.
Yep. As soon as we can recycle that, we'll be happy.
Yeah, that's the hard part. Is that it's just like, do you value a third reroll before that?
Yeah, it's.
Do you value a tree before that? There's a lot of external factors.
There's a lot of stuff that comes before you reroll this guy, but man, you really want to.
Yes, you do.
All right.
Sorry.
Killman, Creature of Finkenstrain. What do we got here?
Breathtaking is a really good skeleton. You
Yeah.
got a Guard Mummy, you got a Blodge Ghoul, you got a Mighty Blow White. This is looking like a solid team.
The skeleton lived to take block. I'm highly impressed that the skeleton lived to get block.
It's really easy to do that when you get 3 MVPs, 3 straight games.
Yeah, that helps. That helps quite a bit. But that's really actually good. So that's actually.
I also like him being movement 5 as the skeleton too.
Yeah, he can get where he needs to be.
More mobile guard.
Yep. Agi 2, yeah, but if you free him up, you can put him where you need him most of the time.
Yeah.
Stick him next to some of these whites or mummies and just let them fight it out.
Yep.
All right. Next up, Bigelow's Bouncing Bears. I think this was a team that had SPP everywhere, and we got a movement up blitzer, which I think was already around.
Good there. Yeah. This is one of those teams that just hasn't gotten a whole lot of development outside of that one level, and that's kind of Kislev for you. It's hard to level up things unless you get a good first level.
Yeah, we've also seen kind of the thing going on here where the SPP is getting spread all over the place. So Splunt, Trunst, wow, I can't say these names. Durst Yunch on 4, Johnny on 4. We got another guy with 5. Like, that SPP is just kind of spread all around. So on the cusp of having several level ups.
Yeah, and once he gets those level ups, this team will start to explode. Well, as much as Kislev can.
Kislev can get really good at a certain point, but they have a really hard power arc to get to the right place on. All right.
Yes, that is 100% true.
The Beer Pounders, Malkranos. We've got a blodging runner.
Pretty much exactly what you want to see.
Yeah.
So he ditched the old corner that got AV busted and got the MVP.
Yep.
So he's on a fresh one.
Yep. Took all the cash in the bank to do it, but that's fine. We've got Numbskull the second now, and Best Bidder has block, so he's looking good. Good looking squad.
Yeah, this is a Norse team that has potential.
Yeah.
You just want to get Carolina Blonde. Just get them to Palm.
Yep.
Hopefully you get Dogfish to Mighty Blow pretty soon, and then you just can have 2 Palmers running around.
Yep. And 950 or 1100 TV. That's a very efficient squad.
Yes. And fun fact, I really like what happened to this next team.
Oh, no. What's happened here? We've got 2. No, all the Saurus are still here.
The Vlad skink got movement busted. I mean, that's happy.
Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, actually, Ark and I had to talk about this. It's on 8 SPP. Do you keep the movement busted skink?
I think you keep it.
I think you can. I think there's an argument to getting rid of it too, because I don't know. I think I would keep it until it leveled, and then if it got something good on its next level, then you just keep it and deal with the movement 7. If it gets something not good, you get rid of him and cycle him.
I kind of like it. I don't think you need them to be movement 8. The stunty really helps with it, the stunty dodge factor. Mm-hmm. So you can still position it fairly well. It's just it plays a little bit of a different role.
Yeah, I mean, the issue is oftentimes you have your skinks running together, and if you have one who can't keep up with the rest, he drags down your pace of play.
Yeah. So. He's still a fast player. Like
it is still fast, but he's not as fast as everyone else.
Yeah.
All right, and finally, Fail City Misfits, Rar's Chaos.
Beautiful. He's going full murder, it looks like.
Full murder, mighty blow, mighty blow. We do have a sure hands piece, so he does care about scoring touchdowns while he's murdering things.
Well, but, how else are you supposed to line people up to murder them more?
That's right. That's how you get more blocks, is the more times you stand up on the LOS.
Yeah, and then 10 SPP away from his third reroll. He's sitting pretty.
Yep.
He's sitting pretty.
Looks good. Let's take a peek at week 5 and predict some matches. So we first up got These Girls Are Wild going up against Funky Fever. Puke's Nurgle. I hate this for Puke.
If he had to beat Nurgle, I think he could maneuver a few things going his way, but without that, I think it's just way too hard to contain Amazons at this TV.
Yeah, Amazons are sitting on a ton of blodge. That's going to be a rough game for the Funky Fever.
Yeah. All right, next up.
Programming is live.
Hogs.
Yep. Lizards.
And, yeah.
I know you just want to see lizards get stabbed.
I can't bet against Yup.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Programming is Life is gonna have a good time with this one, but it all depends on how many skinks get stabbed.
Yeah, Yup only has to stab 3 skinks apparently. Did you factor in the loner skink? Yup. So you still get 4.
Yeah, he'll always have 4.
You still get 4. All right. I like Yup in this one.
All right. Next up, Somewhat Dead and Yet Not versus the Less Than Average Joes. So a little Undead versus Humans, or is that Necro versus Humans? I mixed them up.
It's Undead.
Undead versus Humans. I think that favors the Undead a bit, don't you? Or what do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
Fiendstar has been doing some great things with the Humans, but 2 rerolls against Undead, if they get offense burst and they just start removing you pretty quickly, it's hard to keep up.
Yep.
On only 11 men.
Undead are a very strong and efficient team at lower team value, so they got a bit of an edge on them.
Yep.
All right. The Red Bastards versus the Fail City Misfits. What do you think about
Fail
this
City
one?
is Rar, right?
Fail City is Rar's Chaos. No claw yet. Just Mighty Blow.
I'm gonna go with Rar. I believe in him, mainly because Rex sucks at the game.
I'm going with Rex on this one. He's gonna punch some guys with his Murder Chaos.
Yeah.
Or not murder. He's gonna punch some Murder Chaos. Excuse me. He's got the block. The Chaos doesn't. They've just got the Mighty Blow. Mighty Blow versus AV9. All right. Bigelow's Bouncing Bears versus Snow White's Dirty Secret. Chorf's gonna chorf.
5 Chorfs, 1 Bolt Centaur. I'm gonna predict the upset this week. I'm gonna predict the upset this week and go with Kislev.
All right. Then we've got Power Trip versus Mountain Vargoth. Power Trip is
Chaos versus Chaos.
Chaos versus Chaos.
this is Urs versus Mundungu.
What do you think? I bet Chaos wins.
Hot take. I'm going to go with Mount Vargoth because I believe that they actually have some extra development.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pick Power Trip just because True Blue's always wrong. Fair enough. Creature of Finkenstrain versus 4 Agi Mary Sues. I think Choleric is getting his feet back under him with those Wood Elves. While he does have the one miss next game on that beat-up War Dancer, I don't think he needs it.
I think having the Blodge is just nice, and I'm going to go with Creature of Finkenstrain because you're just wrong.
Fair enough. Cannonites versus Foxtrot Unicorn. What's your take on that one?
I think this is where Fiction starts to explode a little bit because he has the Agi 5 vampire. He'll start to bust up cages.
Yep.
A little bit more effectively.
Okay, I can see that. If Bloodlust holds true, then yeah, I think he's got a good shot for that one.
Yep.
All right, second and third versus the Beer Pounders. That's some Dark Elves versus Norse?
Yes, Dark Elves versus Norse. The Beer Pounders, they have the Block. Block Ulf. They have the Mighty Blow, and then the Dodge on the runner, I believe.
Yep.
And I think I'm going to go with Little Bits, but Norse are really pretty good against those higher agility teams.
Yep, I like the Beer Pounders in this matchup quite a bit, so I think I'm going to go with the old Beer Pounders on this one. And then you get to pick the same matchup again. We've got See If You Can Find a Boat versus I Talk Trash But Get Beat, Norse and Dark Elves.
I'm going to definitely go with the Norse on this one just because of the Palmer. I think that's a big difference.
Yeah, fair enough. Norse have got a good shot at it. I'll counterpick you just because I Talk Trash But Get Beat. They're going to have to beat someone to talk some trash, so this would be a good start.
Yeah. All right. So that was Weiss for the week, and let's go up to everybody's favorite, Capone.
Last week in Capone was nothing happened last week.
Leaderboard.
Nothing happened last week at all.
You better have had all those clips that we're talking about.
I did not prepare any clips because I'm terrible.
Damn you! All right, you have the one. That's not as fun.
Right. All right. We've got top of the leaderboard, the True Blue 211.
Kneel down.
Man.
Make it rightful king.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I have a really tough end of the schedule. I play Golgothan this week. I play Valk. Then I play Nillyman. All really good coaches. All agility-based teams, which my team struggles against. So, yeah, this is probably the last time I'll be on top of the leaderboard.
And you're really only on the top on a 3-way tie. So we've also got Valk and S Hunter 3-way tied for first. All of you 2-1-1.
Yeah.
So the top of the leaderboard is looking pretty brutal. Next up, we've got at the 2-1-2 bracket. I guess they are. I guess they. Oh yeah, Ark and I played already. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you just wanted to make your team not look like shit for the recap.
That is factually true. Yeah, we got that over as quick as possible, so no one had to look at that mess. And followed by 5th place, we're getting in the scary, might be relegated zone. Lizardmen, me, 203. A little bit more trim on the team value now. Golgothan, 202. And then Nillyman, last season's champion, 121. And Mustard Lust, not having as much mustard or as much lust, 022.
No, he's having more lust.
More lust, less mustard.
Why, yeah, he's having too much lust because the bloodlust is kind of screwing him this season in certain spots.
Right. Well, first up, we had Scourge of Saltspire taking the 2-0 over Aerial Assault, dethroning the S Hunters' crazy run.
Yeah, that was a matchup that tends to go Golgothan's favor just because they can The Scourge can do all the elfy things, but they can actually beat up Aerial Assault.
Yep, for sure. And then we had this match, Man Bear Horse. Well, let's hang on. We didn't look at that match close enough. What did we have here? We had, Scourge of Saltspire, 4 KOs, 4 injuries. They did a lot of beating up. Only 28 blocks and took some elves out of the game. So that kind of sounds like the story that happened
in there. And they had hot block dice. Holy hell. Holy hell.
Yep, 13 pals. They're powing. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they powed everything. They powed everything. So, Scourge, this is how you win games, guys. You just block and kill everything.
Yeah. And S Hunter, yes, the tiebreaker is head-to-head first and foremost. Actually, it's second. Stunty is first and foremost, then head-to-head.
Yep, that is correct. All right, let's talk about the travesty of a game that was Man Bear Horse versus Skinky, and we know it.
It wasn't travesty. I trimmed the TV off of you. No biggie.
6 injuries, 5 KOs, 1 kill. That kill was Papa Skink, the hit-listed Croxagore, who did not receive any APO rights despite being the only one to inflict an injury.
On the team.
He earned his spot on the team.
And then you were just like, nope. Sorry, bye, Papa.
Yep. So, this game, like, you're claw fired for once, and you took out all my Saurus, so that's tough.
So everybody that's interested in this game, look at how many armor breaks I had, and then look at how many blocks I threw.
Yep. That pretty much is the tail of the tape there. We had 21 armor breaks, and we had 21 blocks. So there you have it. And I don't even think there was very much fouling at all.
No, there was a little bit of fouling, but my bribe got used up on my second foul.
Yeah. So there was a couple of foul armor breaks, but really it was just every punch you threw broke armor. Just period.
No, there was a lot of piling on. That, also added on.
Some of the piling on may have been for injury, not just.
Well, there was other times that I did not break armor. Archangel, he had 0% ball possession, so he ended, I think, turn 9 with the ball. But he didn't start it with the ball, so I don't think that counts.
Yep.
As ball possession, and then I knocked it away from him my next turn, and then he did skink bullshit and scored, which really made me mad because he could have, in theory, tied the game or won the game.
Yeah.
After I dominated it.
There was a slim possibility. Oh, that was the other bullshit thing to talk about this game. I had the one-turner set up and ready to go. And you hear True Blue's reaction. One turn is set up, ready to go. Blitz. And the Chorf runs under the kick and catches the kick in the rain.
It wasn't in the rain.
Was it? I thought it was in the rain.
You're adding stuff to it.
Let me add stuff to it. It was in the rain, and it was snowing uphill both ways.
It was sleet. Just sleet coming down while it was very sunny.
Yeah, but it was still just a straight up 6 catch to catch the ball. Yeah, the one turner would have one turned, and there was a potential. There was a point at halftime where I still had a chance to win this game with no Saurus, or with just a couple Saurus, and
you also got that perfect defense, which really helped you.
Yeah, I did.
In theory. Until I got what I needed on my turn.
Yeah. So that was a game. That was a game of just me getting the crap kicked out of me and True Blue laughing like a maniac.
That was a fun game. I like that game.
And then we get into Firstborn.
You didn't even take a screenshot of your team, did you?
Nope, sure didn't.
You're like the absolute worst. Like, you can't even enjoy what I did to your team. Fun fact, guys, after the game, he only had 3 healthy Saurus. And one of those was because he didn't have that source going into the game.
Yep. one of them came back, and 3 of my sources were MNG'd. So I was 1440 team value going into this week.
Yes. All right. Now we can continue.
All right.
First one are Arda and Selbrats.
3-3 tie. Now that's a score line.
Yeah, this is a Elf versus Skaven game if I've ever seen one.
Look at the SPP being generated. We're for sure going to see Radley Portman getting on the board, Jesus Christ putting up 5, Julius Cheeser putting up 5, Fionor Spirit of Fire putting up 7, and yeah, the 7-pointer not even the one that took the MVP, so that guy's just doing work in game.
Yeah, and so I know Valk played this game willingly with 2 rerolls because his leader got cast on like the 3rd block. Well, turn 3 block.
That's pretty rough.
It's rough when you consider I've told him to buy an actual reroll for a while, and he just hasn't.
Right.
You know, so it's like somebody really knows what they're doing, and another person doesn't. Sorry, Valk.
All right. So neither one of them able to pick up the W, but lots of points, and there probably some development happening on those teams. So we'll have to check that out in a moment. And then we had Children of the Void 1-1 with Mustard Lust. Did you see this game?
I did not see this game. This was happening when we were doing last week's recap.
Yep. So I think we missed out because we were recapping as they played. It looks like Mustard Lust threw a lot of blocks and knocked out a lot of pieces. 9 KOs, 2 injuries, and a kill. Holy crap.
His Bloodlust was shite.
Wow. What happened with the Bloodlust? Mustard Lust, 75%. That's a little bit below average. 16. That's a lot of biting.
Yes. That was a rough game.
Wow, that is a crazy game. With that number of removals, you don't expect a 1-1 scoreline.
No, but Elf's gonna Elf.
Elf's gonna Elf. All right. Let's take a look and see what happened to these teams. We got some pending level ups for some people. First up, Scourge of Saltspire. Anything new on the rats?
No.
Nope. They're still scary rats.
So Legend Watch, Sky's Creep, 2 SPP away. Literally 2 Vandy passes, and he gets it.
2 SPP away. I held him in my game, so I expect everyone else to do the same.
Are you kidding? You weren't holding him from 2 SPP away. I can't stop that. All he has to do is be like, "Oh, I want to pass the ball."
I think do it again? I think he was 3 SPP away in my game, so I kept him out of the end zone. Just saying.
Well, you also dice the shit out of him.
That's true. I have to dice Golgothan. All right, Skinky, and we know it. This team looks way better than it did than we should be looking at.
Yeah, if you want to picture, I wanted you to get the screenshot.
If you want to picture what was happening here, kind of big for a skink, angry skink, and shorty skink were all MNG for this game. So
and then the Crocs was dead, so there wasn't that. So you just looked at 3 Saurus.
Yeah,
but it just doesn't look as bad when everything's back.
Yeah, when everything comes back, it looks. We're now 1940. We look fine. Smelly Skink leveled up last week and got sidestep. So he's probably heading to the skink mill soon.
All right.
S Hunter. How's Aerial Assault looking?
I know that they lost a catcher. Yeah.
Agi 3.
That's a piece that
he's dead.
You can't really keep. Yeah.
Yep, he's dead. That's rough. But you still have Cool Breeze.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got Cool Breeze, you got Rad. That's all you really need, right? Right?
Yeah, kinda.
Well, that's all he acts like he needs because he just wins regardless.
Right. The thrower does stuff too, despite I think the often overlooked thrower does do work as well.
Accurate is a thing.
Accurate is a thing with elves. All right.
Yeah, so keep on doing those things as I level up my boys real quick.
Are you leveling them as we speak?
I'm leveling them as you speak, so keep on just like...
We'll just stall for time here. let's look at Valk's team while you level your team. We'll just skip over you for a moment. So what do we got going on here? We've got a lineman who has a pending level up, and is this new? I believe this is new. Yep, we have an AV bust on a vampire. I think you have to keep that around.
Yeah, he's going to keep that around. It's going to be healthy for when I face him.
So he is missing 2 vampires next week. That's a lot of vamp action not on the field.
Yeah, so he's back to Lord of High Elves, not Lord of High Vamps.
Just for a week. He's back to vampires for the next week after. Yeah. All right. Interested to see what Kurter there picks up. And are you ready? Can we look at your team now? We can.
Yeah, you can look at my team.
All right. So what did we pick up?
Dauntless, Stand Firm, Dodge.
Dauntless, Stand Firm, Dodge. All right. So Grizzly, the most annoying Chorf. Cub, still the scariest Chorf. And Smuck's Little Green, pretty good little ball carrier over there.
Yeah, of course it's the guy that broke the naming scheme.
Yep, he's going to be your star player. Agi Up is coming. Agi Up's coming, and then you just have to keep him forever.
Oh, that's going to make me so sad. But yeah, I'm 1600 TV versus Golgothan. So I actually get some inducements.
You get some inducements versus Skaven, yeah. All right. Archangels, Children of the Void. We've got Colossus, who is now a Frenzy Boy. So look out for that.
This is a fun team to look at. Yeah. I like it.
Colossus does a lot of work. Tyrant does a lot of work. But that said, I believe Archangel said he's switching to Wood Elves next season. So this is a short-lived team.
Yeah, and if he ever wants to come back to him, he can, because that's the WCW way.
Yep, absolutely. So, do you do anything different knowing that this team is heading out to pastures after this?
I think you just keep on playing how you're playing. I think he's just playing for development and fun at this point.
Yeah.
But I think you just want to keep on going the development path, see if you get anything good, because you might want to play them later on.
Yep. All right. Moving on to Mustard Lust. That Mustard Manufacturer, I believe we already looked at that last week, but man, that is a cool vampire.
It is a really cool one.
Yeah, I love everything that's going on here. All the guard, CD Juice Jr. Missing a game. That's unfortunate. And other than that,
yeah,
awesome vamps.
I just want to see a little bit more reliability on the vamps, and once they get that reliability, then you want to go back to the stats that you keep on getting.
Need one more game to get that 4th reroll, and I think you picked that up ASAP.
Yeah, that's one thing that he desperately wants, is that 4th reroll.
Yep. All right. And then, last but not least, our champion, Nilly Man, struggling a little bit with all these one-turners. What do you do with all these one-turners?
You fire them? Yeah, you fire them.
No. Radley Portman picking up guard. I think that's new.
I think she had it. She had it.
All right. Yeah, looking good. Antonio Banderas is dangerously close to leveling up and
probably getting claw, unfortunately.
Or tackle. I mean, probably getting tackle.
If he gets tackle,
but he might get claw.
But if it gets a double, you have to take claw.
Yeah, you take claw when it comes, but still. Probably getting tackle, might get claw, and then he's just super rat.
Yeah, but Beyonce, that's the one piece that's kind of like your fun side project.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, it's bloaty, but in-game it can be fun.
Yep.
All
Good
right.
stuff. All right.
Well, that's the teams. Let's take a look at the schedule. One of them, I would have predicted Children of the Void no matter what, after what I did to you.
Would you have predicted that scoreline?
No.
All right. Scourge of Saltspire versus Man Bear Horse. I think Golgothan is back in form, and I think you're going to have trouble this week. So I'm predicting Golgo's going to take it.
This is going to be a very, very hard game, considering I'm down a Bull Centaur.
Mm-hmm.
But
Papa bless.
I have the correct Bull Centaur alive, and if I can get removals, this could be a good game.
Yeah, I just Golgothan, make the best of that missing bull. Papa Skink died for that.
Yes, he did. All right, next up we got WCW, Ariel Sold WCW, and Firstborn of Arda.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got and why?
Firstborn of Art is missing all its vampires, and S Hunter is already a super elfy elf coach. So without the killy pieces or the strong pieces to kind of bully a little bit, I think Aerial Assault's got what he needs to get it done. So I'm gonna go with S Hunter.
I'm gonna go with Falk just because there's 2 tackle pieces to kind of finagle to do what they need to do. One of them has Mighty Blow. That's huge. We got a lineman that's pinning a level. Knowing Valk, that's probably a strength up, and he's going to have 2 vamps regardless.
Yep. And then we have the game that we can't really talk about too much, but I will say the result there, this easily could have been a 4-4 draw. It was very close to being a 4-4 draw.
Ooh, I'm Chuck, and I succeeded with bullshit skinks. That's all I heard.
I'm proud of that game, being down 3 Saurus and doing what we did. I'm proud of it.
All right.
Next Celebrats and Mustard Lust. I don't know what to pick on this one. That's going to be an interesting game. A lot of it depends on
1620 versus 1620.
Vampires are very boom or bust, though, so it's hard to pick.
Million Man won the finals. Just for shits and gigs, I'm going to say Iron Master wins this one.
Iron Master getting a little revenge matchup. I'd like to see it, so I'm rooting for Iron Master too. Get him, Iron Master.
Yeah. So basically, what you can say is that Million Man should be the favorite, considering he has a natural 1-turner.
Yep, but we just want to see vampires win.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. Anything else to talk about? Closing remarks, thoughts?
I just need to dig up what your team looked like after our game and post it and pin it.
It's on a VOD. If you want to see that beating of a game was streamed, so you can go see it. There were some hilarious moments in it. So go check it out.
Yeah, I will find the picture and I will post it just to humiliate Chuck.
That's fair enough.
Because the team that we looked at was boring compared to what it should have been.
All right, good deal. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Have a good week, and remember, Chaos Minotaurs are bloaty.